this on? Great. Wow, it's great to be here today. It's great to be on this particular stage today. It's been a long journey for me, 17 years in practice, and over the last 5 years or so, I've gotten the opportunity to speak in chiropractic to chiropractors, mostly because of a book I wrote years ago called The Chiropractic Evolution. It gave me the opportunity to get on platforms and stages. And to tell you the truth, over the last couple of years, I've spent a lot of time working on my practice. And I've spent a lot of time honing in my focus and my purpose in life. So it's not a chance that I've come down here 3 times this year and been part of Life University. I want to thank Jill. I want to thank everybody that's involved with Life Vision, everybody that's here today. It's just a great experience for me. I love being here with the students especially. Take this advice, stay a student. What I mean is don't stay in school, but stay a student. I get to be in a room full of mentors that are all over the back of the room here, and I get to be a student all the time. So I love to be in that state. I love to be able to learn, and today I want to share with you some things. But before I even get there, one of the things that's important is my full-time job is I'm a dad. Right? I'm a dad. I have 3 little kids. So for me to get this time off to be down here, I've got to run it by the board. I've got to mention it. So this week, it's like, I'm going down. I'm going to be away this weekend, guys. And, there's soccer and there's sports and stuff that we're involved in all the time. And I'm telling my 11-year-old son, he's my oldest. And we're from Jersey, okay? So in Jersey, we have a little bit different way about us, if you haven't noticed. So my 11-year-old, I'm saying, yeah, we're going out. I'll be in Atlanta. Be good with your mom. He's like, what are you doing down there, Dad? I'm like, well, it's a seminar, and we'll be with students, and we'll be with chiropractors, and I'm going to speak on Saturday. He's like, you getting paid? I was like, no, Max, it's just not like that. We share, I get a lot. It's really about, the energy and serving, and he goes, cool. Get any credits? So my wife has got him trained already, okay? So I really do have to answer that question. I have to answer for myself, because when I leave these people who I care about, there's got to be a reason to be here. So when I come down to Life University, I think about some of the things that I want to do in my life. As a chiropractor, many of us have talked about changing the world. And wouldn't you agree that we have the potential to change lives, and we have the potential to change the world? Wouldn't you agree? Yeah. Now, last night we talked a little bit about changing the world and energy and photon, electron stuff that it was a little bit over my head, to tell you the truth. But I believe it. I totally believe it. I believe if, I deliver an adjustment in Clifton, New Jersey, the butterfly effect, somewhere in Japan, I made a change, right? As a matter of fact, right now, someone in Japan is delivering an adjustment, and wait for it. I don't really feel anything yet, So for me, because I'm ADD, I've got to be more hands-on and involved, right? So I believe that, but the reality is this. I want to change the world. So how do you do that? I found if I want to do it by myself from my practice, I can possibly see the results with my patients. I can possibly see the results in my community, because we're changing that community. The reason why we exist there is to change that community. But how do we change the world? And so I find, and you think of people who have changed the world like Mother Teresa, that's a hard job. I mean, she did a lot of work. And I don't have that kind of time or energy. So how else could I change the world? Well, it turns out Life University is the largest chiropractic college, vitalistic school in the world. So what do I have to do? Spend a little bit of time, spend a little bit of money and donate some money, and get involved when I can. So I have the opportunity, and we have the opportunity to change the world collectively when we get together, right? When I'm sending every eligible high school, college, even middle school, I have suggested every single kid I've met since I got involved with Life Vision is to get them to come down here. We had 3 come down this weekend since I got involved with that. And that's what we got to do. So what am I here to share? Okay, so it was really this weekend, the theme was I was told about new patients, right? So for me, I think the most important thing, and one of the questions I get a lot from chiropractors is, how do you recommend long-term care, right? Do you think that would be a good idea? Because I believe that it's about long-term care. I think the back end of chiropractic, the residual, cumulative effect of chiropractic far outweighs the front end, right? The front end is getting sick people well, fixing broken people, that kind of thing. Painting a picture for them for health and wellness for their future is a very important thing. But if our conversation is in the front end all the time, once they get well, they're kind of like they're lost. They don't necessarily have the vision for what to do next. So I think it has to happen on day one. I think it has to happen when you meet them in the drugstore. I think it has to happen when you're at the cocktail party. I think it has to happen when you're telling people who you are and what you do. Now, one of my mentors, one of my greatest mentors, Dr. Plasker, many of you know him, he helped me transition from a medical model, I was a medipractor, for 7 years, to the practice that we have now. So this question of how do you introduce this long-term, is that a good idea if we talk about how to get people to accept long-term care? Good, because that's all that I'm prepared for. So, is this. Because I was in a medical model, I'm either the best person to answer this question because all we do is recommend long-term care, or I'm the worst because I went from just insurance care to I just did what he told us to do, was now start recommending lifetime care 1 year at a time. So how to do it may not be the answer, but it's the why and the vision and the purpose to do it. Because let's look at it this way. How many people here believe that's a good idea, that chiropractic, let me ask you a question. Lifestyle. How many people think in this room, by a show of hands, that eating healthy food is going to contribute on some level to a long, healthy life? Great, the majority of the people, if not everybody. How about managing our emotional, mental states? Show of hands? Yeah, right? I mean, we talked about positive energy, it's important. And how about taking care of our physical body, whether it be through exercise and physical fitness, as well as chiropractic care? Everybody in the room. Okay, so we're all in agreement there, great. So let me ask you this question, okay? And by standing up, if you've ever had one chiropractic adjustment in your life, I'd like you to stand up out of your chairs and please work with me, right? Pretty much everybody in the room, except for the sound guys. We'll get to you later, okay? I appreciate it. So if you've had less than 12 chiropractic adjustments, sit down. Okay, a few of the students, okay? If you've stayed beyond 12 visits and maybe stayed for 30 visits or what your insurance could approve, okay, and you've stayed for only 30, then sit down. If you stayed for more than 30, stay standing up. Okay, so again, students. How many people, on an average, get adjusted once a week for life? Stay standing. If not, sit down. If you had less than 50 adjustments or so, okay? Okay, 2 years. Anybody with less than 2 years, sit down. Great. Now this is an important number. 4 years is about 200 chiropractic visits, right? That's the PVA of the rock star wellness, longevity practice. How many people have been under care for over 4 years? If not, sit down. Great, a lot of us. Okay. All right, now stay standing if you've been under chiropractic care for more than 10 years. 20 years. 30 years of a fully functioning spine and nerve system, clear of interference and subluxation. 40 years. 40 years. So stay standing, right? You don't mind if I come over there, right? So guys, when we're talking about lifestyle or lifestyle care, I want you to look at the people standing in the room. To be able to stand next to somebody who's living free of vertebral subluxation for a half of a century, this is what it looks like, okay? Why is this important? It's important, and you guys can sit down and thank you so much. Thank you so much. You know what? What's cool? What's cool is these are my mentors, right? These are our mentors. So what are we doing? So if we're talking about how do we recommend lifetime care, it's about a lifestyle that every single one in this room agrees to. And we have a vision. I wish I could bring my patients here to see the beautiful, aren't chiropractors good looking? You know, like, not for nothing. Hey, people say it all the time. Like, look, and the great looking people, healthy people. This is the lifestyle. This is what you're recommending. It's not about how do I get them from 12 visits to 50 visits. It's about how do you share this lifestyle. Let me tell you something. This lifestyle, everybody wants it. Everybody wants it. I dare you, or I encourage you to ask people, what do you want in life? Is it important for you to have a long, healthy, active life? Is that one of your priorities? I would imagine most people would say yes. Would you agree? They all want it. I know they want it. I know they want it because they Google it. Because they can't find it on TV because there's no money in it, right? There's no billions and trillions of dollars like the pharmaceutical companies have. So they have to find it through grassroots means, right? They have to hear it. They've got to go online and search it. And they're drinking apple cider vinegar over it, right? They're eating turmeric. And they're doing all of these crazy things that, you know, because they're trying to find the answer. Now, if you have plaque psoriasis, if you have erectile dysfunction, if you have a number of things, you don't have to go too far to find out which pill to take. But if you want to live a long, active, healthy life, it's really very confusing for most people, right? Everybody wants it. Do you know, would you agree that we have it? I believe we have the greatest healthcare product on the planet. And I know you do too. So I know you do too. So what's the problem? If you have it, and we know that they all want it, what's the problem? They don't know that you have it. They have no idea that chiropractors have this. We think, because we're chiropractors and we're into wellness and health, and we think that ask this question next. What's chiropractic? Because when I say the word chiropractic in this room, we vibrate on an energy level and excitement because we live this, we love this, this is what we do. We would fight for this. If I took chiropractic away from you, you would freak out. We would go to the back alleys and find out how to get it, right? We would do it. We would do anything to get it, anything to get it, anything. You say chiropractic out there, and they're thinking low back and neck pain. So please don't assume that they know you have it. You have the greatest healthcare product on the planet that everybody wants. They would line up for it if they knew that they can get it from you. We just have to figure out a way to deliver it. Now, I am a 100-year lifestyle office in our town, and I will tell you, I've been with Eric for over 10 years. It's very hard to find someone who's been with him longer than me, okay? I don't work for him, but I will tell you this. Because we have that messaging and branding in that conversation, it's leverage for me to have conversations about what they already want, okay? And however you package it or however you deliver it, make sure you're leading with that. Because it's easy to have conversations about fixing my back, and we have them. It's the easy conversation. Somebody comes to the door and you need patience. You have something that they perceive that you have, right? That they want, which is you're gonna fix their back. And then it's easy to have that conversation. And they want it, and they get it, and they're happy, and they think you're a cool guy or a girl, right? The problem is, if we don't start on day one with the conversation about your lifestyle, it's your lifestyle, you own the story, you're living the lifestyle. If you're not living the lifestyle, get better at living the lifestyle for you, and then share it. And share it on day one. Share the miracle, share the story. You know what? And don't do this, please. I hear it all the time. Why are you telling me about your back pain? I'm a chiropractor. Did you ever hear somebody say that? Did you ever hear, you've heard that before? Don't say that. Yeah, that sounds like a jerk when you say that. Don't say that. Say, wow, you're really gonna love chiropractic. If that's all you're here for, guess what? It's really about this. That's a great side effect of chiropractic. Your neck pain going away, that's easy. But what we really have is lifestyle. We have the lifestyle about how to make healthy choices with chiropractic as its core. That's what I do. That's what my family does. You're gonna love this. As simple as that. They already want it. It's not even a conversation of converting people. It's a conversation of sharing a vision. It's the vision that is so strong here at Life University. That's why I'm here. I was able to sit down at Indian Paint Burn Ranch and learn the vision from Dr. Reichman. I had never stepped foot on this campus till January of this year. And I was so intrigued by that vision and what it meant. And being there with Eric and a couple other chiropractors, and I committed to come down here, didn't know what I was here for. The January when I did come down, I talked to Jay Hand, and my question was this: I don't travel as much as I used to. I don't leave my kids as much as I used to. So there's got to be a reason that I'm here. And I said to Jay, why are you so involved? What's going on here? Why are you so involved? He says, because we're changing the world. We're changing the world. You have to serve something bigger than yourself. And when you can take that concept into your life, into your lifestyle, and you start to live it, okay? You start to be the big idea. Don't teach it. Don't convince people. Walk in it. You know, we talked about being enough this weekend. We talked about taking off the chains, Ernie was saying. We talked about being a student. You know, that's why I love Ernie Landy, one of my mentors as well, because you know what? I know right now he's in the back taking notes. I know it. And when Ernie's taking notes from me, I'm always like, really? Always wanting to learn, always staying humble, always serving the vision. So I just so love being here with you guys, love seeing the energy of the students. But stay in that place. Find great mentors. Find them in this room, and let's change the world.
David Moore.